News at Work is about the paradox of more being less in the current media environment. If we think about the media environment in a sort of longitudinal historical perspective, if we think about the media environment that we lived in, to use sort of the media life metaphors that Marx thinks so eloquently about, was a media environment where we had a few newspapers, a couple of radio stations, television networks, where we had, from the vantage point of today, much more limited amount of information, right? Fewer pieces of news, and where the news was produced and disseminated in a fixed cycle, right? It was 24 hours for newspapers, on an hourly basis for radio newscasts, etc. We then had cable and all news cable with CNN. And about 15 years ago, the popularization of the web, and then the mushrooming of the commercial web. And now we have an enormous amount of information that we are immersed in from a much larger number of channels. So there has been an increase in the volume of information we all swim in. And there has been a tremendous increase in the speed of dissemination, production and dissemination of information, right? There is no fixed publication cycle anymore. It is truly a 24/7. If you notice, it's placed the same space within the front page. And if you understand Spanish, the headlines are almost identical. This is the most important piece of news that each of these newspapers is publishing that day. It is not only the same story, it's placed in the same way, in the same space within the front page, and the headlines are identical. In a more rigorous quantitative study, what this signals is a larger trend that shows that between 1995 and 2000, the print front pages of these two newspapers shared 1 in 3 stories, basically. That is, 1 in 3 stories were about the same event. Only a few years later, in 2004 and 2005, that goes up to 1, basically, in 2. So why do people in the newsroom continue giving us a product that we actually don't want very much? And why do we, as members of the public, actually don't want that product? Because it's actually good for us. Spinach is good. I mean, why do we want chicken nuggets, right?